have to protect life of the people, and we cannot just go that oh my god, economy is going down, so we have to. Yeah, and then if we see India as being a very much of a socialist state, so people actually say what kind of social being we are, what kind of healthy being we are, because if an individual is little bit different from the society, also people start questioning them. People are like, oh my god, why is this person acting like this? So if that person, if an individual is having COVID-19 or he's having the symptoms of COVID-19, the high chances that he might not get himself checked before itself because he's scared what the society thinks. And over that, if we make it paid, there are very, very, very high chances that he won't get himself checked at all. Now next, if we see, there are a lot of in India, there are a lot of people who are actually poor migrants, refugees. Okay, I understand the government is taking steps, but it's not that efficient. So if we make it paid, or even a minimal amount, it's really high, it's really tough for them to live a normal life. Hence it has to be free. um, India is also, if we see that if we are able to cure the disease very fast, we can actually make a huge impact at the international level. We can show the whole world that this is how we go about it. This is the way we need to act when a medical crisis or any kind of crisis come. And secondly, if we see on the other hand, there were a lot of countries who are rising at a pace, but currently they are at a stable graph. But on the other hand, India, it's rising though at a little rate, quite less rate, but still it is rising. So we have to take big steps so that we can get out of this kind of situation fast. So the government really has to take steps to make test free, and even that it's accessible to each and every individual who wants to get himself assessed. One major contribution which is given by them can be termed as Arogya Setu, which actually helps us to know whether there's any individual who might be a person who might be having COVID-19. So we can stay away from them, and we can actually say that oh my even tell other people that the person is nearby. To conclude, I would say that it's both the responsibility of the citizens and even the government to take cautious steps, and even the citizens to follow the rules, follow the guidelines, abide by the rules what this government is giving to us, and take care of ourselves. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't completely rely that oh my government has to do. We have to take care of ourselves and fight through this kind of pandemic, fight through this kind of situation together. So thank you.
Ma'am, do you want any point of clarification from? No. Karan, please proceed with your argument.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, I'm starting. Can I start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Karan, and on the given topic is free COVID-19 in India justified? I am strictly speaking against the motion. Firstly, as my fellow mate have already said, that there are more than 85,000 COVID-19 cases still now. But the bigger problem is that 80% of these cases are asymptomatic, that we cannot see the symptoms of them. And so the solution to this problem is test, test, and test. But despite the fact that there are much more private labs in India than the government labs, why this is the fact that only 20% of total COVID-19 testing is done in private labs? Why this is so that only there are only 151 private labs in India, and there are three for COVID-19 testing, and 351 government labs for COVID-19 testing? The answer to this question is lies in the government policy, which is against private labs. Firstly, the government says that to private labs that you cannot test COVID-19 at all. Then the government, in this April only, says that says to private lab that you can test, but sets a price cap of 4,500, which is set by ICMR. This price cap is much low as compared to the price that private labs pay to get these test kits. Private labs sometimes have to pay even tens of thousands for one kit, and this is the fact that there are very less private labs in India testing COVID-19. But even then, the Supreme Court, ignoring the problems of private labs, says that the private labs have to test all the tests at free of cost, at their own expense, at their own pockets, and the government will uh, after some time pay reimbursement. But sir, we have to understand the fact that these are not big private corporates that can run on credits. These do not have any cash reserves. They, these are small scale private labs that have to give salaries to the employees. They need money to buy expensive COVID-19 testing kits. These work under PPEs. So the Supreme Court judgment is really humanitarian, but not really practical. Okay. Uh, whose family will allow any person to have to work in COVID-19 testing lab, which is very risky, despite the fact that there is very little profiteering in the market due to 4,500 cap, and despite the fact that there is another fact that the reimbursement is not very clear. The government has not cleared that how much time the government will take for the reimbursement. It may take years due to the fact that the economy is really going down and down. As my fellow mate said of socialism, sir, this is not the time of 60s and 70s when the of socialist times of 60s and 70s when the government takes full control over the economy. The investors from in and out of India are seeing India as an opportunity.
Ma'am, do you want any clarification from?
Yes, I wanted from Deb Team 31. So you were talking about the capital, and all your arguments were mainly focused with respect to the fund factor. But there are other crucial factors which influence the decisions and the policy makings. So what are your views or comments on that?
Can you clarify the question?
Yes. So basically, all the arguments that you were substantiating right now for against the motion were mainly focused on the capital factor. Like if they do not have money, they have to pay salaries, and where will they get the monies from? So is there any other argument that you would like to substantiate for against the motion?
Ma'am, the fact is that if there is free COVID-19 testing, there is no problem. On humanitarian basis, everyone wants free COVID testing. There is no problem in that. But as I have already said, the problem is in capital basis only.
Okay.
On real grounds, it is not possible.
Okay, we can proceed further.
Now I request the contender for the motion to please proceed for the rebuttal.
So I feel that you are speaking too much for the capital aspect as a teacher, as a educator was talking about. We need to see that people's lives should be there. If people are not living only, if there's no society, if people are not alive, what kind of economy will that be? If there are no people in the country, what kind of government is needed? And so we really need to see that the people are there. If there are no people, there's literally no life, no economy. So what are your views on that?
Pushkala, you have to ask all the questions or all the counter arguments at once, and he'll be answering all of them at once.
Oh, okay, but I have only this major aspect.
Okay. Karan, please proceed with your rebuttal round.
Hello, ma'am. I have to rebuttal first.
Sorry?
Ma'am, I have already, ma'am, sir ने बताया था कि there will be a speech from each for and against.
Yes, you are already done with it. But if you have any kind of objections, to what your worthy opponent has already said, you can clarify and you can counter those arguments if you want.
Okay, and what is the time for that? How much time will that?
It's 3 minutes.
And ma'am, first I think the against will get first turn.
No, she's already done with her rebuttal round. It's your chance to rebut the same.
Okay, ma'am, I was saying so because I asked the sir before. Sir
Yeah,
said you can.
Karan, please go on.
You cannot ask the questions on in rebuttal round. You have to give a speech only in the rebuttal round. You cannot ask questions.
Karan, you can pose questions, but mainly it is relating to whatever she has said. If there is something that you think is not right, you can you can have a counter argument on that. So Pushkala literally lost her time. Basically, Pushkala, you also had 3 minutes, so you should have first spoken about your opponent's content and then countered that argument, and then if any questions that you wanted to raise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now this is my turn.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, the person from the four of the motion says that they talks of the people and people and people. Firstly, I want to say that I am also in favor of more and more testing. I think we are on the side in comparison to testing. The point I am representing that due to the more restrictions of private labs, the testing is very little. So that you are talking about protecting people's life. How will you protect people's life if there are no testing? You have already said that you want it testing more and more.
Well, can I answer the question? Or it has any other point?
No, Pushkala, we don't have sir rebuttals. We only have the options for rebuttal, but still, if ma'am allows.
Yeah, you can proceed. But Karan, is that the only question you have against Pushkala?
Ma'am, I don't understand the rebuttal round.
So I'll explain you. Basically, whatever she has said in her arguments, you can just counter, like you can just rebut it in your answers.
3 minutes for rebuttal round. That's all she has spoken. I want to ask.
Yeah, so whatever she has spoken in her arguments, if you want to say something against her arguments, just say it in one go. That is counted in your 3 minutes. And even if you want to pose questions, she cannot answer that question, but you are liable to pose that question on which the criteria is also based. Yeah.
Okay. The firstly, as I've already said about testing. In my case, if we give full freedom to the private labs, you will have more and more testing. And what are you talking about? Article of right to life and what poor people will do. For poor people, as I've already said, there are full free testing in government labs, and we have enough government labs. We need more and more testing in private labs, especially you see that this COVID-19 pandemic is more coming from the abroad. The people who are traveled from the abroad, these people are able to pay for the COVID-19 testing, as in not the case. And if there are the people who cannot afford, we have the government labs. And the question of the economy is there. And then I have also stated that the lives and livelihood both are always important. Why are you ignoring the lives of the private labs employees? Why only the private labs employees are the main bearers of the pain? Secondly, if the economy is not good, then how will you tackle this situation of hunger in poor states like Bihar, etc.? So to ramp up tests, and the argument you made about Arogya Setu app, I don't think that is related to the topic of free COVID-19 testing, and as is the fact of poor migrant issues. Is the time over?
Yes.
No, you're left with 1 minute, Karan.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. The main Okay, then I am ramping up my points that your argument of the main argument of yours was that we have to increase testing because there are many COVID-19 cases. But the testing will how will the testing improve if the private sector is not involved in the testing? Today, the private sector of healthcare involves 70% of total healthcare. And if you are not including the private sector, how will you tackle the COVID-19 situation? Okay.
Ma'am, we are done with the rebuttal round, but if Pushkala wants to go for something, because I think she isn't clear about the rebuttal as well.
Sure,
Pushkala,
sure.
aren't you?
Yeah, actually, I had one point to clarify here. That
Yeah.
when he's talking about people who are poor and they're starving for food, recently our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that they're raising a lot of fund for the agricultural sector, for various other sectors, so that they get food there, so that they're not dying because of hunger and starvation. Secondly, he's talking about private hospitals. They are not the private hospital on one small side when very small scale hospitals. Just a lot of private hospitals which chosen are quite big scale, and they do have that much funds for the limited time that they can actually bear the cost. It's not like they're very small and they are going at huge loss. Okay, some kind of loss is there, but not that huge loss that the opposition is talking about. Then one more point I had to clarify about. I guess that's pretty much it. If I
Can you clarify first question of Nirmala Sitharaman? Okay.
You are already done with it, Karan. It's time now.
Okay.
You can't ask anything from her. Ma'am, please proceed with the questions which you want to put forward.
Yes. So, Pushkala, I have a question for you. Now, realistically speaking, is it possible? Like, can you just give me three short, brief opinions of you on your proposition to substantiate it? Apart from the capital factor, apart from the economic factor, what are other factors can you include in that?
Ma'am, if we see it in a way, if we are able to cure the disease fast, if the test is free, people are easily able to access more. The high chances that we can test and give the treatment fast, and the cure will be fast. So if the test is happening fast, like there are less number of people who are the only job of the doctors in a way will be just to cure and not to look into aspect that the rise in cases are happening. Because if we get to know who are the major people by whom it's getting spread, and we get them tested and keep in isolation and treat, that would be better. And in a way we can focus later on the very much of a aspect that is providing treatment, searching about vaccines, which will again, if by chance, by luck, India is focusing on it, like anyway it is. But if we are able to find the vaccine, we will have again a huge impact in the world, that India has a country who has who has found the vaccine for the country for the treatment of COVID-19. And that will in a way again help us stabilize the economy, because different country will start importing. So that kind of economic stability will again come back to picture when these kind of treatments or basic level treatments are done.
In furtherance to your arguments that you substantiated right now, but don't you think capital is a major influencing factor? Like, you will need funds to make the medicines, to provide the kits to different millions of people out there. So how will you revert that?
Ma'am, I feel like we are most of the country people are taxpayers. The tax amount is something which is partially being used currently in the recent speech of our Prime Minister Modi ji, that a lot of so tax amount can be used in this aspect also, I feel, in a way.
Okay, thank you. That's all. I don't have any other points of clarification.
Ma'am, point of clarification from Karan?
No.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Now I request Professor Nakul Singh Chauhan to please present the vote of thanks to our adjudicator.
Ma'am, before I proceed with my vote of thanks, do I have your permission to share my feedback?
Yes, please.
Okay, so there were some points that could have been covered, but I don't know why you avoided them. First of all, one aspect we were constantly speaking about capital, and we know for a fact that the cost of one PPE kit was 4,500, but the ones that we are building indigenously in India, the cost is 500. So we have already reduced substantial cost within a very limited span of time. And if we go for a public private partnership, this particular cost can reduce even further, which means that the burden on the economy will be very limited even if the test is made free.
Correct.
That is one thing that I wanted to mention. Another thing is that there are times when you have to meet on the middle ground. So one thing that is absolutely necessary is that the test should be available for free for the poor or economically weaker sections of the country. And there's a very scientific reason behind that, because the poor people, they have a higher population density. So for example, in an urban area, the poor people live in the slums, and one in one particular room there are 10 people uh, living in the same room. So the population density is very high, which enhances the spread of the virus. And we have seen this case in Dharavi in Bombay, where the number of cases have crossed 1,000, because it's a very tightly knit society and it's a slum area. So this is another thing that you could have touched upon. And besides that, I love the fact that you participated in the competition, and I would now like to proceed with my vote of thanks. Another thing that I forgot, sorry, is the fiscal deficit that the economy would suffer, because the government has already deferred the payment of income tax. So the income tax that had to be paid right now is would be paid 2 months from now. This means that the government will be at a loss of revenue, and for which the government will look for short-term money market instruments, wherein the government will incur certain amount of interest, which will add to the burden. And we are already seeing that the government is getting loans from WHO. Recently, we got a loan of $1 billion. So as good as a $1 billion loan sounds, but it comes with its added responsibility of repaying the interest. And for a country like India, which is already in a debt of over $500 billion, this is an added problem. So, and in most cases, the payments that were to be made for private sector services or public sector services, those payments have been deferred. One small example is that the schools and colleges have been asked that they are not supposed to ask for fees from parents until July this year. This is one of the things that is happening. Now, when a parent pays the fees, there is a certain amount of tax component also in that fees, and the government is losing out on that particular tax also. This is just one example in the sector of education. But when we talk about loans and when we look at the country as a whole, the quantum of this amount is humongous. So what can be done to overcome this deficit? This could have been covered. And finally, the last point, as mandated by the Companies Act, the corporate social responsibility is mandatory for companies which are earning a profit of over 100 crores. So all the corporate social responsibility that is being pumped into sectors which were relevant in the past before the pandemic arrived, that money can be diverted for handling this pandemic, because this is a very urgent situation that needs to be resolved. So when we talk about the capital problems of the economy, this is one sector from where we can get the money that the companies put in corporate social responsibility. As of now, we can hold off on environmental protection projects, though I am an environmentalist myself, but we can see that the environment is doing pretty well since we are all indoors. But we can, divert that money and use it for at least handling this situation in a better manner. So these are some of the points that I wanted.
If I may, actually, all the points that you said, I think I was expecting from the teams to come up with like the questions posed, and they could think out of the box. You mentioned different aspects of law and how it is affecting, but I think the arguments that happened between both the teams, it was good, but it was majorly focused on the capital and the poor economy, which is, I think, the underlying problem. But
And,
thank you for pointing out.
And actually, the topic in any debate, the biggest challenge is that any topic that you select, it is polarized either for the motion or against the motion. So one side will always have an advantage. But it is up to you how to take more advantage of that situation. For example, for the motion, you could have, really touched upon the humanitarian grounds. And against the motion, you could have talked more about the capital with backing your answers like with solutions. So you would say that there will be a capital problem, but you give a solution, but you say that it will be difficult to implement the solution, something like that. But fair enough, since you are all pursuing graduation, it's your time to learn. So with time, when once you start working, when life hits you, your perspective will change and you'll build. So my best wishes to all of you. And thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time. I'm really sorry we had to prepone this
No
particular
problem.
session because of my engagement. But thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you, the participants, for being here with us. And I wish you a very bright future. And we hope to see you in further competitions that our institute will organize. Thank you so much.
Thank